every year people get their hopes up about the 200 because it could be awesome because you're like, man, there's these 200-meter specialists, and then there's these 100-meter people who could move up, and then there's these 400 people who move down. And then by the time you get to the end of the season and the end of the meet, it's usually watered down, and there's injuries and people withdraw because they win the 100, and people's best laid plans about doing this ambitious double take a back seat to caution and, oh, my hamstring hurts a little bit, I'm not going to run. So I say that as a bit of caution because this men's 200 looks like an epic clash that in no way will disappoint us. There's no possible way we get let down by this men's 200. Because look at the names that we have now. Lyles, Norman, Laird, Bednarik, Curley, Ariane Knighton, high schooler. You got Harris, Flournoy, Cravon Gillespie. You got just a lot of people here. And I think
Bowling.
It boils down bowling. I think it comes down to, obviously, the five of Lyles, Norman, Laird, Bednarik, and Curley. Not to say nobody else has a shot, but those are the five that, if they're at their best, will qualify. Now, we don't know who's going to scratch
Bowling
out.
in there. Throw Bowling in there. Give Bowling some love. Come on. He's the NCAA indoor champion who has beaten Laird.
Okay,
Add
what
him
did he
in.
get?
Make it a group of six. Make it a group of six.
If I'm going to add him, why would I keep out someone like Gillespie?
Because Gillespie hasn't run the. Gillespie hasn't even run a 200 this year. Ariane Knighton, no.
Listen, I'm making my group. This is my group.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying nobody else will ever make it. I'm just saying those five, if they're at their best, are gonna run it. I ultimately think Norman won't run it because I think he'll get into the 4 and then scratch. Laird is going all in on this. Bednarik's in the 1. Lyles is in the 1, but they're both better in the 200 in terms of medal chances. And then you got the ultimate wild card in Curley. This is going to be a fascinating race. Lyles has not run that fast this year relative to his other seasons. 19.9 is the season best. So this one is hard to sort out. I went early on and I said it's going to be Lyles, Laird, Bednarik. That was before Curley was entered and Norman was entered, and that was before, of course, we saw the NCAA championships. But I think I'm going to stick with that. What about you?
So you're going Lyles, Laird, Bednarik?
Yeah, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm not going to go too deep. Now, Curley, ultimate wild card, right? Because he has the most misleading PR in history. He's got 20.2 PR, but he's run 991 and he's run 43 in the quarter. So it makes no sense that he would not be a sub 20 200-meter guy. So that is the puzzle that needs to be solved here this weekend. Maybe there's just something weird about the 200 that he's not able to crack, but I just haven't seen it yet. And it's tough to pick a guy who's run 22.2 versus these guys who have run, like in the case of Laird, he's run a bunch of sub 20s.
I'm not overthinking it, but I am going to overthink the order. And I think this is the moment that we get a holy shit moment. And I think Laird wins. I think Terrence Laird wins. I think Lyles gets second and Bednarik gets third. And I think this is a moment that people are like, holy crap, Noah Lyles is beatable. And this is when you realize you should have never bet your house on Noah Lyles in 2021. So I'm going with Laird, Lyles, and then Bednarik.
Okay, so first of all, let me just say my house is secure. I feel really good about my house. This is a long season. Lyles is going to win that gold. Second, you just said I'm not going to overthink it, but I'm going to pick against a guy who has owned this event the last 3 years. That's the definition of overthinking it.
No, I'm picking the same 3 as you. I'm just picking a different order.
Okay. So you have Curley making it in the 100 but not the 200, which I don't blame you for.
Correct.
Based on his PBs, but that's just the weird state of track and field right now. All right, 200. Women's 200.
Let me double get. You having Laird second or third?
I'm going in that order. Lyles, Bednarik, Laird. Lyles, Bednarik, Laird. That's what I'm going with.
All right, 200.
For the women. You ready for this?
I'm ready. You want me to go first? Or
Same situation applies here. We just don't know who's going to be doubling back because there's 400-meter runners in here. There's a lot of 100-meter runners in here. I'm assuming Sha'Carri's going to try to do the double, right? And I assume Sturgis is going to come back. Tamara Clark's going to come back. I have a three that I feel pretty good about. What is your three? Oh, Felix, and we don't know about Felix, right? Everybody's saying she's only going to do the 2 or she's going to do the 400, but I have a three I feel pretty solid about.
Yeah, I'm going. So the FloTrack rankings have Richardson 1, Tamara Clark 2, Sturgis 3, Allison Felix 4, Gabby Thomas 5, Prandini 6, Battle 7, Irby 8. I think I didn't pick Sturgis in the 100. I think she gets redemption in the 200. And
Yeah.
same thing with Clark. I think Clark and Sturgis are two college kids who don't make it in the 100, who come back, make it in the 200 along with Richardson. So I'm going with Richardson, Clark, Sturgis.
I have Richardson, but I have Gabby Thomas in there, and then Sturgis for the third spot if Felix doesn't run. If Felix does run, I think she'll have a chance to get that third spot, and I think we have to obviously consider the possibility that there are going to be a bunch of scratches. But Gabby Thomas has had a good season this year, and she's been consistent. She's been consistent. Excuse me. She's been on that pro schedule, and she won that race in Mount Sac. I feel pretty good about her being able to get it done. You're going heavy on the college side there, huh?
Yeah. So you're doing Richardson, Thomas, Sturgis. That's your order.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to guess scratches. Now this could all kind of blow up in my face because if Felix ends up scratching the 4 and only running the 2, that's going to impact my picks in both events. But that's the fun here, Gordon. It's track and field. Not only do you need to guess the results, you need to guess who's actually competing in what race because we don't really know until the gun goes off.
Super
It
normal.
never gets
That's
old.
super normal.
It never gets
Yeah.
old.